Hi divas, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for joining in. Today I want to give you 5 tips on losing a menopause belly. So we know when we get to a certain age, we start going through the change is what they've been calling it. And what's like crazy and a little bit disturbing is the fact that the ladies before us, like our mothers, our aunts, our grandparents, if we had those, didn't share with us all of the, I would say, levels of menopause and the symptoms and what you go through and how you feel and the weight gain and the depression possibly and the mood swings, like all the things that comes with it. And so I love that within this social media space we're having more conversations around menopause. From the Gen Xers to the millennials, we're starting to go through that process. So hopefully when the Gen Zs come through and it's their time, they'll have enough information in their children when they get to that point. Like we're laying the foundation for them to be able to understand their bodies, as women, because we go through different stages and it's an evolving of the body. I don't think we should look at it in any type of way as being negative, but embrace it and then understand how to actually navigate menopause and perimenopause. But one of the things, in order to know how to navigate, you have to know that you're going through perimenopause. And perimenopause is that stage before menopause actually hits in, right? So actually before your cycle stops. So in perimenopause, you'll start possibly having symptoms, which will be like mood swings, hot flashes, hormonal changes. Your cycles may become heavier than normal. The weight gain, you may gain anywhere from 10 to 20 or plus pounds. Vaginal dryness, dry skin, sleep changes in your sleeping regimen and habit changes. So you'll see all of those things that lead up to menopause. One of the things that we do to counteract those symptoms, because all of those symptoms can increase belly fat, and because it's stressful going through gaining weight, hormonal changes, cycles, heavier, that can cause stress, which will elevate and spike the cortisol levels, which will increase belly fat. So the things that I want to share, the things that I have done that I've seen help me when I'm consistent, right? So even when I lacked off of consistency due to travel, I still didn't have the symptoms of hot flashes. I still didn't have a lot of the mood swings because I still do my morning meditation and breath work. So you have to be very mindful, especially when it comes down to your mental state. And a lot of people put a lot of pressure on nutrition and what you're eating, but what you eat is directly how you're thinking affects what you're eating, right? So how you feel, your emotions, your feeling, that actually affects what you choose to eat or what you choose not to eat, right? Because most of the times when we're stressed out, when we're upset, when we're hormonal, when we're going through all the things, then we more likely will opt for something that will give us more of that nutritional hug, I would say. Something that's going to be comforting, why they call it comfort food. So going back to how can we eliminate the belly fat? Well, talking about those emotional changes, one of the things that you want to do is really look at how am I starting my day? How am I ending my day? Like I said, I start my day with meditation and breath work. This is to help calm me down because I can have morning anxiety, to release that anxious energy, to get you prepared for the day, to put more oxygen to your brain. And this also will help you throughout the day with your mood swings, okay? So that's very, very important. Starting there. Prioritizing, number one, is prioritizing, really prioritizing your mental state. Meditation, breath work, sitting in silence, just laying in the bed and just breathing. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to just jump up out of the bed. So you don't want to shock your system. So that's very important. All right. Tip number 2, prioritize strength training. I just left the gym, as you can see. Got my little workout gear on. I've been in there for over an hour, almost an hour and a half, an hour and about 15 minutes. And I took my time, and I'm going to show you here in this video is where I started doing my stretches. So don't skip the stretch and go straight to cardio and strength training, okay? Go right into your stretches. Do, the back and forth, open up the hips, circle the hips, squats, warming up the body, getting the body prepared for movement, right? So prioritizing strength training starts with your stretching, and then go into something just as simple as what I'm sharing here. Squats. I do dumbbell squats. When I don't have a clear path of what I want to do for a workout that day, and I haven't asked ChatGPT, and I really don't feel like working out, this is my go-to workout. So I do 3 to 4 sets of dumbbell squats, 3 to 4 sets of split lunges, or what they call Bulgarian lunges, 3 to 4 sets of deadlifts, and then I'll do 3 to 4 sets of bicep curls and 3 to 4 sets of shoulder presses. And then I'll top it off with an ab workout, 25 leg raises, 25 crunches, 25 jackknives, and 25 bicycles. Or you can decrease that number. But prioritize your strength training. I don't know why the word doesn't want to come out. But prioritize that. And so you really want to understand that as we age, our muscles will start to decrease. So I'm going to say atrophy, right? So it's also slowing your metabolism down, right? That happens when we age as well. So we want to do strength training 3 to 4 times a week. You can do body weight, work your way up to dumbbells or resistance bands, and then work your way up to the machines. But you do want to do some form of weight training. Your body weight is weight. So doing squats with no weight is weight. Doing lunges with no weight is also weight. So all of that still is considered strength training. So these simple movements that I've shared in the video here is some of the movements that you want to do. All right. Tip number 3. Balance your hormones through nutrition, y'all. So I cannot emphasize enough protein, right? We need protein. I have right here, I just got out of the gym. I made sure that before I left that I have my protein shake, and this is on. No, they're not paying me for anything, but it's 20 grams of protein that I'm going to have as soon as I finish this to replenish. Also, make sure that you hydrate. Drink a lot of water and fiber. Sometimes during this time of menopause, we may feel constipated. Some of us have fibroids. We need to make sure that we're having psyllium husk, eating apples, getting in that fiber to eliminate properly, right? And also healthy fats like avocado, cooking with your extra virgin olive oil. That helps to stabilize your blood sugar, all of those. So foods that'll help balance your hormones. I have flax seeds. I'll put flax seeds in my oatmeal, right? Leafy greens. I cannot tell you. I shared with you all the other day. I went to the African restaurant, Bala Bistro here in Memphis, and I had okra. I also got some spinach, and I had some fufu, and I had the hibiscus. When I tell you the next day, and this may be TMI, but whatever, I had the best bowel movement ever. Like, I don't even recall a time unless it was through a colonics of that bowel movement, just from having all of that fiber and also the greens, the leafy greens. That my elimination was great. And sometimes our belly fat can be just from lack of elimination, and it really is just a whole bunch of poo that's sitting there in our belly that needs to come out. So balance your hormones through nutrition to help reduce belly fat. Lastly, a part of balancing your hormones through nutrition, please limit or eliminate sugar as much as you possibly can. We know already that sugar feeds cancer cells. We already know we have free radicals that run in our systems that can anytime grow or proliferate more into cancer cells. So why feed it with sugar? So try to eliminate as much sugar and processed food as you can, because that also leads to weight gain and belly fat. Cut it out. Just cut it. Like what song? Cut it. Cut it. All right. Tip number 4. All right. Manage your stress and cortisol levels by getting smart about cardio. Okay. Walking on the treadmill, and we all have heard this, for 30, 45 minutes, an hour is not going to get you where you need to go. Stairmaster with an increased levels. I usually start off at 4 and then I'll go to 8 and then bring it back down. Also, I will do sprints on the treadmill. Sprints on the treadmill, walking 1 minute and then sprinting for 30 seconds. Doing those intervals, you may start off at doing 2 or 3 and then work your way up to doing 6, 8, and 12. Really, really great way to reduce belly fat. Also, you want to look at things like HIIT, high intensity interval training. That would be a mix of that, and you can do some low impact walking at the same time. So if you do, say you want to walk for 15 minutes and then do some HIIT for 30 minutes and then come back and walk for 15 minutes, but just make sure you're getting a balance of both. Just mix it in. Just like today, I did 6 sprints at the end of my strength training to really boost my calorie burn. And HIIT and sprints, those anaerobic burst workouts will help you to burn more calories even after you're gone, even after you finish your workouts. Last but not least, the 5th tip is stay consistent. And I've been on my ass about my consistency. And some people may be like, well, damn, you do good on it. Well, if I've skipped 2 weeks or 2 to 3 weeks, I feel horrible, right? Because that's damn near a month. And I went like in December, I damn near went the whole month without working out. January, I got in a couple of weeks here and there, but I caught the flu. Like it was so, and I was traveling, like so many issues going on. But it's very important to stay consistent, but also track your progress. So staying consistent and tracking your progress is tip number 5. Very, very important. Tracking your progress is going to keep you motivated. If you know, I track my progress through how my clothes fit and looking in the mirror. I also have tracked my progress with my waist beads. You saw that I cut my waist beads off. I'll get some more, but if you have to write it down, if you have to do pictures, if you do video, like you all are my accountability. Just sharing with you and helping you stay motivated is also pressure on me to stay consistent, so I can tell you to stay motivated and to stay consistent, because I'm doing it. I have to be a reflection of what I'm sharing. I'm not like just giving you fluff and not actually doing the work. That's not authentic. So me actually putting myself out here and saying, hey, I'm going to the gym, no days off, that makes me accountable to say, hey, you told these people no days off, saying accountable, get your ass up out of the bed and go to the gym. So that's how I track my progress and my consistency, you all. So the key points to it all is making sure you start your day balanced, right? Whatever that looks like, breath work, meditation, stretching, just calming down to reduce the stress that causes belly fat. Looking at your nutrition. Okay, Diva, so that's what I wanted to share on how to reduce our belly fat and be very intentional during this menopause and perimenopause stages of our lives as women, to embrace it, to understand it, to be able to navigate through the challenges of going into this new phase of life. And it's just different, just like when you were 13 or 12 or 11 and you started your cycle, that was new, that was different. You bloat certain months. Certain months are harder than others, some are easier. Can't give in to those cravings like you would probably 20 years ago, right? Or 15 years ago. So I definitely wanted to share that. I also want to know, I want you all to comment below, what are some of you all's challenges with menopausal belly fat or menopause or exercise or whatever the challenges may be? So share with me, what has been some of you all's challenges and struggles with menopause belly fat, and how, and if it was a struggle for you and you've been successful, then what did you do? Share your successes. I don't want the Ozempic success, but I do want the natural holistic successes and the consistency of whatever you did, even herbal therapy that you've done to help you with menopausal belly fat, and to share it with the community, share it with all the rest of the divas to really help us on this journey, because you'll be helping me as well. So thank you all so much for joining me. Hopefully something I shared has been a great tip on your journey. And stay tuned. There'll be more tips and more information on menopause as we navigate through this life together. Thank you so much for joining me. Bye, divas.